Yes, Khushbu ma'am.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dignified guests and representatives of Ctpdcon-Era 2023, the first virtual international conference on educational reforms and advancements organized by the Council for Teachers Professional Development in collaboration with its organizing partners K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, Galgotia University, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, India, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, India, DAV PG College, Dehradun, Uttarakhand, India, and Azad College of Education, Satara, Maharashtra, India. We are profoundly happy to associate us, our conference knowledge partners, with Vishwa Yuvak Kendra, New Delhi, India, Human Touch Foundation, India, Social Development and Research Foundation, India, Council for Teacher Education Foundation, India, Policy Research Center, Bangladesh, and our publication partners of national and international recognition, EZ Education Publishing, Red Shine Publication, and International Journal of Education and Allied Sciences. I am Dr. Khushbu Verma, Assistant Professor, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Haryana, and it's a great honor for me to be the moderate for this educative technical session of Ctpdcon-Era 2023, Track 1, on the theme Indian Knowledge System, Integration and Internationalization. Track 1 is running parallel in 4 groups and 16 members are part of those sub-tracks. The sub-theme of this technical session 1.1 is IKS as a living tradition. Today's session is all about Indian knowledge systems. As a living tradition, India has amongst the best cases for successful revival of traditional knowledge systems. Indian knowledge system have a strong foundation in Indian culture, philosophy and spirituality and have evolved through thousands of years. These knowledge systems including Ayurveda, Yoga, Vedanta and Vedic sciences and are still applicable in the modern world. भारतीय ज्ञान प्रणाली प्राचीन काल से भारत में उच्च स्तर के लिए विकसित ज्ञान का व्यवस्थित विषय है और इसमें सभी परंपराएं और प्रथाएं हैं जो जनजातीय सहित विभिन्न समुदायों ने पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी विकसित, परिष्कृत और संरक्षित की गई हैं. We have eminent speakers and paper presenter who shall be sharing their expertise and insight in IKS as a living tradition. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed chair, Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit, Faculty of Education, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India, and co-chair Dr. Sonal Chabda, Principal Rawal College of Education, Faridabad, Haryana, India, for gracing us with their presence and leading this significant session at Ctpdcon-Era 2023. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia, convener of the track, conference organizing secretary and principal Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, India, and co-convener of the track, Dr. Reena Uniyal Tiwari, Program Director, Quality Circle, CTPT India, and Joint Organizing Secretary, Ctpdcon-Era 2023. I feel honored to introduce you to Dr. Jugnu Khattar Bhatia, Conference Organizing Secretary and Principal, Satyug Darshan Institute of Education and Research, Faridabad, Haryana, is a dynamic administrator and educationist. With over 20 years of expertise in the field of education, her professional qualifications include PhD education, UGC NET education, MPhil Commerce, MA Psychology, and MBA. Her areas of specialization include educational psychology, educational technology, teacher education, and educational research. She is elective as a member in editorial board in various national and international journals. There are several research paper and book chapters published to her credit. She received many awards. She is the author of reference books and also the editor of various books. She guides the student and leads the faculty team with vigor to achieve the educational goals. A good woman in nature, a helping hand in any situation, Dr. Bhatia finds happiness in the growth of the students and the institution. May I request and invite you, ma'am, to please present an overview of the plenary session 1.1.
Thank you so much, Khushbu ma'am. Honorable Chair of the session, Professor Mahesh Dikshit, and Co-Chair, Dr. Sonal Chhabra, Moderator of Track 1.1, Executive Members of CTPD India, and our valued paper presenters from various colleges and universities. A very good evening to one and all. I feel honored and privileged to welcome you all on behalf of the organizing committee of 2 days international conference on educational reforms and advancements. The main theme of track 1 is Indian knowledge system, its integration and internationalization. This track is dedicated to exploring the rich tapestry of Indian knowledge system and their integration into the global educational landscape. The theme of this particular track 1.1 is Indian knowledge system as a living tradition. The Indian knowledge system is a methodological transmission of knowledge from one generation to the next. It is a well-structured system and process of knowledge transfer rather than just a tradition. The NEP 2020 recognized this rich heritage of ancient and eternal Indian knowledge and thought as a guiding principle. India's rich and eternal knowledge history includes Gyan, Vigyan, and Jivan Darshan at its guiding principle, with evolution based on experience and experiments. The Indian knowledge system is recommended to be the scientifically integrated, including tribal knowledge and indigenous and traditional modes of learning. It intends to encompass topics such as mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, yoga, architecture, medicine, agriculture, and so on. So moving towards the track number 1.1, I would like to share that in this technical session, our paper presenter will share insight into the philosophical aspect of Indian knowledge system, holistic development, and Indian knowledge system, Indian traditional knowledge system as a national treasure, and what are the components of Indian knowledge system. And I'm sure that this session will help the academics, researchers, and practitioners to gain an insight and awareness of our nation's rich heritage and the wealth of knowledge produced by the ancient Indians. The fundamental objective is to discuss the strategies for integrating the Indian knowledge system into all levels of educational curriculum and to discuss ways to bring out the Indian way before the world. This exposure to both traditional and the modern ideas can help in better knowledge of our culture ethos, broaden intellectual horizon, and culminate towards the idea of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. So without much ado, let's start with the technical session and my best wishes to all paper presenters. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my honor to introduce our esteemed chair, Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit, Faculty of Education, AISE, Gujarat Vidyapeeth, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. Sir is M.Ed Gold Medalist from BHU Varanasi, UGC NET and GRF, and has 18 years of experience. Sir has guided 8 PhD students, 6 MPhil and 27 PC dissertations and completed 7 minor research projects by UGC Delhi and GCERT Gandhinagar. He has published 4 books, 62 papers in international and national journals, and contributed 16 chapters in books. Professor Dikshit delivered 16 lectures in orientation, refreshers courses, and 46 as keynote speakers in various conferences and workshops. Professor Dikshit's area of specialization are research methodology, philosophy of education, and language teaching methodology. Please accept as a token of gratitude from the organizers of the conference this virtual memento. With your guidance, we are confident that this session will be a resounding success, leaving a lasting impact on all participants. May I invite Chair Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit to deliver his address. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my pleasure to be here in nice gathering organized by Council of Teachers Professional Development and other ventures who are associated with this conference. I am very delighted to be here with the invitation of Dr. Reena Unial Tiwari and Jugnu Bhatia as well as the other member who are here with us. Dear friend, on the topic which are kept to be delivered from here is the Indian knowledge system as a living tradition. Very interesting topic it is in its nature, and it has also a potential to address our culture, our ethos, and our tradition to all of in the world. We know that India was sometimes called as the golden bird as well as the Vishwa Guru. And in today's scenario, our Prime Minister is also emphasizing that we have to be Vishwa Guru now because we have the extremely highly and valuable knowledge system in the world. UNESCO as well as other bodies who are associated with the teaching and learning profession, they are also recognized that our books and our holy books like Vedas are so ancient in the world, like Rig Veda. It is recognized as the 5,000 year old book or Granth. And it is our backbone too in Indian knowledge system. In Rig Veda, very clearly says that Ano Bhadraha Kratavo Yantu Vishwataha. This mantra is already declare our motion, our emotions, our motivations, and our wisdom, in which we are trying to accept all good thoughts, all good ventures, all good sculptures to us because we are open for all to be accepted and to provide the knowledge system. Let me first share my PPTs. On the basis of PPTs, I will describe my on the thought. It will be very directional in this way. So let me first present my PPT. After that, I will discuss on this topic step by step. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Okay. It is now visible and I am also audible. So let me introduce my second slide. It's the meaning of Indian knowledge system. In this phrase, we have three major concepts that are the Indian. And then another was the knowledge and another was the system. What is the Indian? We all Indian know very well. Though I would like to express this quotation, it refers to something originating from the land of Bharata, India, like Indian cuisine, Indian art, Indian literature, culture, or citizens too. anything, any thought, any person who are the blessings of Indian or Indian land is called as the Indian. So, what is the knowledge? Knowledge is the information, understanding, and awareness that person processes about fact, truth, information, skill of concept, with learning experience or education. It is familiarity with the facts, information, and ability to apply as well as in a valuable manner. There are three major highlighted portion are there: information, skill, and concept, as well as the ability to apply and valuable manner. All Indian know that we have the hierarchy of knowledge. It's denoted as the Jnanam, Vijnanam, and Prajnanam. Jnanam is particularly based on the information, skill, and concept that are in very primary level. We know about it, we are aware about it, but we have no applicability. So this stage is called as the Jnanam, and today's scenario we can call it as the knowledge. So our Indian knowledge system is not only limited towards this meaning, because we have the wisdom, a higher border of the knowledge. And second one is the Vijnanam, which is directly related with the ability to apply. A person has the knowledge, a person has the skill, a person has the concept, but whether he is able to apply it in the routine or daily life, if he can, he is the man who have the Vijnanam. And Vijnanam already includes the Jnanam too, which is called as the knowledge. And another is the wisdom, valuable manner. We have the knowledge, we have the capacity to apply it in and our daily routine, but if have no value system, if we have no viveka, then we would be like Ravana, like Kansa. Kansa and Ravana has the extreme knowledge, extreme science and technology in its own hands, but they have no value. They have no manner to conduct in society. So they are not worshipped. In our Indian knowledge system, we worship about the wisdom, not for only the knowledge. So it should be clear that whenever I would like to I say about the knowledge, it should be denoted as the wisdom, not only as the knowledge, as the pragnanam. What is the knowledge system? Knowledge system is a structured framework of organized collection of facts, information, skill, ability, the way to apply the knowledge and the value system. This can be called as the knowledge system. And we know that India has a well-defined, well-structured, well-valued knowledge system in its own tradition. There is a map. Sometimes there are many questions are arises. When we are talking about the Indian knowledge system, what is the period of knowledge we are discussing? So it should be clear that the period of Indian knowledge system, when it is in glory, in its golden period, it was the Harshvardhana Kala. Before the attacks of others countries over India. Though some attackers are also there, Hoon, Kaniksha, etc., etc., but they are also a part of Brihattar Bharata, which map is showing here. This map is visible, I think. You can see that from Gandhar and Kandhar to Myanmar, and from Himalayas boundaries to Kanyakumari, even sometimes it is also included Sri Lanka as a single dweep. The land, this land from where knowledge was originated, knowledge was discovered, is called as the Indian knowledge system. Not only after 1947's Indian land. So whenever we call about the Indian knowledge system, it should be denoted as the knowledge which are discovered, which are organized, which are arranged from the Brihattar Bharata, not only the India, which is from 1947. The term of Indian knowledge system refers to the vast and diverse body of knowledge, wisdom, and tradition that have developed in the Indian subcontinent over the years. The encompasses a wide range of subjects, including philosophy, science, literature, spirituality, and more. The Indian knowledge system is deeply rooted culturally, country's culture, religious, and historical heritage too. In IKS knowledge, Indian knowledge system, knowledge has been defined in several ways, but a very famous sloka, which is depicted from the Isavasyopanishad, sloka number 11, is very well defined that which type of knowledge we desire in today's scenario. There is a sloka, so I want to narrate it first of all. Vidyam cha avidyam cha yat tad vedhayam saha avidyaya mrityum tirva vidyaya amritam shnute. Means one who know the vidya and avidya together transcends death from avidya and attain immortality from the vidya. Vidya and avidya should be cleared here. What is the vidya and avidya? Avidya means not the absence of vidya. Avidya is only absence of value system. Vidya is basically is related with the para knowledge, which is the especially related with the spiritual knowledge in our ethics, and the avidya is the physical knowledge which are associated with our physics, with our body, our atmosphere, our environment. So a man who want to be successful, who want to be a very be in a pleasurous moment, then it is necessary to know both type of knowledge, avidya and vidya, physical knowledge as well as spiritual knowledge too. So we when we are saying about the discussing about the Indian knowledge system, vidya and avidya both knowledge should be discussed here. What is the source of knowledge system? We have the four major sources. First one is the literature. It is the Vedic and the Laudikika Sahitya, sculptures which are spread in all over India, like a temple, like a monuments, like a stambha, like a other things, and tradition which we are practicing in daily routine. And other was the cultural element like stories, dance, song, and ceremonies. These are the sources from where we can draw our Indian knowledge system. We can identify our system of knowledge and especially knowledge. I will focus only on the first one is the literature. Literature. There are 18 vidyas classified in the Indian knowledge system. There are the four Vedas. We all know very well. What are the four Vedas? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samveda, Atharva Veda. And these Vedas are not only alone in its own. They have a tradition of their bhashya and their examples also. All Veda have the Brahmana Grantha associated with the Brahmana Grantha, Aranya Grantha, and Upanishad. Upanishad are the last one books, are holy books which are associated with our Vedic literature. There are the Vedas are only basically written in the mantras in a sutra form, and that sutras are very difficult to understand for a common man. To understand for a common man, there are 6 Vedanga are created, and they are the Shiksha, phonetics, how to narrate the word, narrate the letters. Other one is the Kalpa, rituals. What are the rituals or traditions we have to follow to obey our Vedas, rules and regulation? Otherwise, the Vyakarna. Sanskrit Sahitya is written in a Sukta form, and Sukta form is denoted only with the help of Vyakarna. So Vyakarna was also written over there. And other one is the Jyotisha and Chanda. They are the 6 major components that are very helpful to know the Vedas and their mantras. In the same way, 4 Upavedas, Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, Silpa Veda, these are the Vedas which are a part of knowledge system. Like that Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the Indian knowledge system which discover the problems of health, issues and problems with our body, our mind, our emotions, and they have the solution in Ayurveda. In the same way, Dhanurveda is not only the uh, Veda of Dhanush. It is also all the military, uh, military related work. It's described here. In the same way, Gandharv Veda, Self Veda, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Purana, and Dharma Shastra. The Dharma Shastra is our lifeline. Particularly when we are the follower of Sanatan Dharma, then Manusmriti, Yagvalkya Smriti, Parasar Smriti are the three major Smriti Grantha that are also the base of our legal process too. Now, we will discuss about the specifically why we are calling it that Indian knowledge system is as a living knowledge tradition. I have 8 points, and 8 points are very clear, and you all know all these things very well. Just I have to remember once again it also. Ancient root. What we are following here, what we are practicing in today's our daily life, it is rooted in our ancient period. Like that, we are all worshipping some Vedas mantra, some Bhagavad Gita mantra, and these sculptures, these books are written in thousands years back. So, what we are practicing in today's day is a very ancient, and it has a sound root. Highest value to prajnanam. We are not satisfying only with the knowledge, we want always wisdom. And we teach also for the wisdom. बेटा ऐसा करना है, ऐसा नहीं करना है, ऐसा ही करना चाहिए. Whenever we are saying like that, we are addressing the wisdom, not only the knowledge. In Indian tradition, wisdom is very highlighted, and it's also depicted as the Jnanam Tritiyam Manujasya Netram Samasta Tattvartha Vilokidaksham Tejo Anopeksha Vigantarayam Pravrittim At Sarva Jagate Traya Api. All three lokas, Akasha, Patala, and Prithvi. Whatever we have to do, Gyan provides us the wisdom of Vivek to do righteous things. Other one is the ultimate of knowledge is liberation. Sa Vidya ya Vimukta. You find out the mantra, the key sutra of any university. You will find the mantra of Upanishad, mantra of Vedas, mantra of Puranas. They have picked and right over there. Gujarat Vidyapith picked the Sa Vidya ya Vimukta hai. विद्या वही है जो मुक्ति हमें देती है. Who liberate us? Multidisciplinary approach. Our writers, our rishis are not only the man of one discipline. They are the multidisciplinary approach. Having the multidisciplinary approach whenever you write the book. And the same way, we have followed the oral as well as written tradition. Today's also. We are chanting, we are remembering something. And I have already said that Ano Bhadraha Kratovo Yantu Vishwata. This is our the basic mantra when we are worshipping the knowledge. Practice of yoga and Ayurveda. We are, all the Indians are very much familiar and doing yoga each and every day. And who are not doing, they are also being motivated to do this thing. And Ayurveda is a medicinal book which provides the solution without side effect. It is our culture, it is our knowledge system. Even I say that each and every kitchen of our home is the hospital, is the clinic. There are lots of medicines over there who cure our health. In the same way, believe in 4 Purusartha and 16 Sanskara. We are also worshipping in this thing in our routine time and emphasizing holistic education. Whenever we are imparting the knowledge, it is holistic. It is for the all-round development of a man. So these are the some points we are denoting that we are the life tradition of Indian knowledge system. We are worshipping But this is the time to explore this Indian knowledge system in a very mannered way, in the very systematic way that can our future generation be benefited from it. Thanks to invite me and address me. Thank you. That's all the best. Over to you, Khushbuji.
Thank you, sir. Your insights have left an everlasting mark on us all.
Thank you.
I feel privileged to introduce our esteemed co-chair, Dr. Sonal Chhabra, Principal, Rawal College of Education, Faridabad, Haryana, India. Dr. Sonal Chhabra has done her Masters in Education, Child Development and English. She has done her PhD from GGSIP University, Delhi. She has a varied teaching experience of over 12 years from MS University of Vadodara, Lady Irving College, Delhi, and is presently working as principal with Rawal College of Education, Faridabad. She has several books and more than 50 research papers published in national and international journals to her credit. She has contributed to development of learning material for MNGRCE and NIOS and has actively participated in video lectures and live programs for DLED program of NIOS. We eagerly anticipate the insight and discussions that will unfold under your guidance. Please accept as a token of gratitude from the organizers of the conference this virtual memento.
Thank you, Dr. Khushbu.
Without further ado, I would like to invite Chair Professor Dikshit to officially commence this session. Co-Chair Dr. Chhabra, we look forward to your valuable contributions throughout the session and the dynamic synergy you will create with Chair Professor Dikshit. I request to Professor Dikshit and Dr. Chhabra for choosing the best paper of this session. For this, please consider the parameters required for it, like presentation structure, objectives, communication, time allotted, etc. We now commence with the paper presentations. Let me request the presenters to be concise and adhere to the time limit of 7 minutes for your presentation and 3 minutes for the question answer round. I request to Professor Dikshit to announce the name of the paper presenters.
It is difficult for me because I have know the list of now.
No issues. Khushbu,
So,
you can
please.
do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will
Khushbu,
carry
please,
on, sir.
please continue
Okay.
by calling the name.
Okay.
All right. I would like to invite Dr. Kamna Chaturvedi, Associate Professor, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India, to present her paper on the topic Indian Traditional Knowledge System.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Chaturvedi, please.
जी. Okay, ma'am. जी मैम. मेरी आवाज पहुंच रही है मैम? क्लियर आवाज?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर कामना चतुर्वेदी, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, सरस्वती कॉलेज ऑफ प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज. मेरा टॉपिक है इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज सिस्टम. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिना, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मां कश्चित दुर्भाग् भवेत्. सभी सुखी होवें, सभी स्वस्थ रहें, सभी मंगलमय घटनाओं के साक्षी बने और किसी को भी दुख का भागी न बनना पड़े। ऐसे सुंदर, मनमोहक, मर्म स्पर्शी भावों को रखने वाला हमारा भारत देश है। प्राचीन काल से ही भारत देश उच्च मानवीय मूल्यों एवं विशिष्ट वैज्ञानिक परंपराओं का देश रहा है। भारत की संस्कृति रही है कि भारत ने दुनिया को अलग अलग देश के रूप में माना ही नहीं है। उदार चरितम तु वसुधैव कुटुंबकम महाउपनिषद के इस सिद्धांत के आधार पर भारत दुनिया को एक परिवार मानता है। भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली ज्ञान का भंडार है, जिसे भारत के लोगों द्वारा पीढ़ियों से विकसित और प्रसारित किया गया है। Branches of the Indian traditional: Vedic tradition, Indian philosophy, Indian science, Indian art. वैदिक परंपरा यह सबसे पुरानी और प्रभावशाली शाखा है। यह वेदों पर आधारित है, जो प्राचीन संस्कृत ग्रंथों का एक संग्रह है, जिसमें भजन, अनुष्ठान और दार्शनिक ग्रंथ शामिल हैं। वैदिक परंपरा में दर्शन, विज्ञान, गणित, चिकित्सा, कला, साहित्य सहित विषयों की एक विस्तृत श्रृंखला है। भारतीय दर्शन की अन्य परंपराओं में बौद्ध धर्म, जैन धर्म, हिंदू धर्म और 6 स्कूल न्याय, वैशेषिक, सांख्य, योग, पूर्व मीमांसा, उत्तर मीमांसा शामिल हैं। इन परंपराओं में तर्क, तत्व मीमांसा, ज्ञान मीमांसा और नैतिकता के परिष्कृत सिद्धांत विकसित हुए हैं। इंडियन साइंस: भारतीय वैज्ञानिकों और गणितज्ञों ने दुनिया में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया है। उदाहरण के लिए भारतीय खगोलविदों और गणितज्ञों ने त्रिकोणमिति, कैलकुलस और बीजगणित के क्षेत्र में महत्वपूर्ण खोजें की हैं। भारतीय कला और वास्तुकला अपनी सुंदरता और जटिलता के लिए प्रसिद्ध है। भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत और नृत्य भी अत्यधिक विकसित और सम्मानित कला रूप है। Key features of the Indian traditional knowledge system: holistic approach, emphasis on ethics, respect for diversity, practical application. Holistic approach: भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली का समग्र दृष्टिकोण इसकी सबसे महत्वपूर्ण विशेषताओं में से एक है। यह इस विश्वास पर आधारित है कि दुनिया एक दूसरे से जुड़ी हुई है और हर चीज एक दूसरे पर निर्भर है। यह दृष्टिकोण ITKS के सभी पहलुओं में परिलक्षित होता है। नैतिकता और सदाचार पर जोर: भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली नैतिकता और सदाचार पर जोर देती है। ITKS के प्रमुख नैतिक सिद्धांत अहिंसा, सत्य, करुणा, सेवा आदि हैं। नंबर है रिस्पेक्ट फॉर डाइवर्सिटी, विविधता का सम्मान। यह विविधता भारत को बनाने वाली संस्कृतियों, धर्मों और भाषाओं की विस्तृत श्रृंखला में परिलक्षित होती है। यह स्वयं ITKS की विविधता में भी परिलक्षित होता है। ITKS में विविधता के सम्मान के कुछ लाभ इस प्रकार हैं: बेहतर संचार और सहयोग, नवीनता में वृद्धि, बढ़ी हुई सांस्कृतिक जीवंतता आदि। फोर्थ, प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन, व्यवहारिक अनुप्रयोग। भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली व्यवहारिक अनुप्रयोगों पर ध्यान केंद्रित करने के लिए जानी जाती है। यह ज्ञान और कौशल प्रदान करता है, जिसका उपयोग विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में वास्तविक दुनिया की समस्याओं को हल करने के लिए किया जा सकता है। Contribution of the ITKS to Indian culture and society. भारतीय संस्कृति और समाज में भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली का योगदान निम्नलिखित बिंदुओं के माध्यम से स्पष्ट किया जा सकता है। फर्स्ट नंबर, भारतीय मूल्यों और मान्यताओं को आकार दिया। सेकंड, भारतीय शिक्षा और सीखने के लिए एक आधार प्रदान किया। थर्ड, भारतीय कला, संस्कृति और साहित्य को प्रेरित किया। फोर्थ, भारतीय विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी का विकास किया। Threats to the Indian knowledge system: जागरूकता, lack of awareness, lack of documentation कमर्शलाइजेशन, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स। जागरूकता और सराहना की कमी। ITKS के बारे में जागरूकता और सराहना की कमी एक गंभीर खतरा है, क्योंकि यह इसे नुकसान और शोषण के प्रति संवेदनशील बनाता है। ITKS के बारे में जागरूकता बढ़ाना महत्वपूर्ण है ताकि हम इसकी बेहतर सुरक्षा और संरक्षण कर सकें। इसके लिए हम शिक्षा, मीडिया कवरेज, जन जागरूकता अभियान आदि के द्वारा इस मूल्यवान संसाधन को की बेहतर सुरक्षा और संरक्षण कर सकते हैं। लैक ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, दस्तावेजीकरण का अभाव। भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली के लिए यह भी एक बहुत बड़ा खतरा है। अधिकांश ITKS पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी मौखिक रूप से पारित होता है और यह अच्छी तरह से प्रलेखित नहीं है। यह इसे हानि और विकृति के प्रति संवेदनशील बनाता है। कई पारंपरिक भारतीय भाषाएं लुप्त हो रही हैं। पारंपरिक भारतीय समुदाय शहरीकरण और विकास के कारण विस्थापित हो रहे हैं। इससे पारंपरिक ज्ञान और कौशल का ह्रास हो रहा है। ITKS के अनुसंधान और दस्तावेजीकरण के लिए धन की कमी है। इसके खो जाने से पहले ITKS का दस्तावेज करना और उसे संरक्षित करना मुश्किल हो रहा है। ITKS के दस्तावेजीकरण और संरक्षण की कमी को दूर करने के लिए अनुसंधान और दस्तावेजीकरण के समर्थन, क्षमता निर्माण, जन जागरूकता अभियान, डिजिटलीकरण से इसे हम संरक्षित करने में हमको मदद मिल सकती है। व्यवसायीकरण और शोषण भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली के लिए दो सबसे बड़े खतरे हैं। व्यवसायीकरण का तात्पर्य ITKS को ऐसे उत्पादों या सेवाओं में परिवर्तित करने की प्रक्रिया से है जिन्हें लाभ के लिए बेचा जा सकता है। ITKS के व्यवसायीकरण और शोषण के लिए विशिष्ट उदाहरण एक बहुराष्ट्रीय कंपनी के भाव भरने में हल्दी के उपयोग का पेटेंट करा लिया है। हालांकि इस ज्ञान का उपयोग पारंपरिक भारतीय चिकित्सा में सदियों से किया जाता रहा है। एक अन्य कंपनी ने नीम के पेड़ पर आधारित टूथपेस्ट विकसित किया, लेकिन सदियों से नीम का उपयोग करने वाले स्वदेशी समुदायों को उचित श्रेय या मुआवजा नहीं दिया गया।
May I kindly interrupt you? मैम प्लीज टाइम का थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए। ऑलरेडी 8 मिनट्स हो गए हैं।
अच्छा, ओके,
कंटिन्यू मैम।
हाँ। प्रोटेक्टिंग द इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम। भारत सरकार ने भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली की सुरक्षा के लिए और प्रचार प्रसार के लिए कई पहल की हैं। राष्ट्रीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी, पारंपरिक ज्ञान संसाधन और दस्तावेजीकरण केंद्र, राष्ट्रीय हिमालय अध्ययन मिशन, भारतीय आयुर्वेद संस्थान, नेशनल रिसर्च सेंटर ऑन एथनोमेडिसिन आदि हैं। ये उन कई पहलुओं में से कुछ हैं जो भारत सरकार ने ITKS की सुरक्षा और प्रचार के लिए की हैं। सरकार इस मूल्यवान संसाधन को भावी पीढ़ियों के लिए संरक्षित करने और इसका उपयोग सभी भारतीयों के जीवन को बेहतर बनाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। हाँ, कंक्लूजन। भारतीय पारंपरिक ज्ञान प्रणाली एक विशाल और मूल्यवान संसाधन है। यह हमें प्रकृति के प्रति के साथ सतत और सामंजस्यपूर्ण ढंग से रहने की अंतर्दृष्टि प्रदान करता है। यह हमें एक समृद्ध सांस्कृतिक विरासत भी प्रदान करता है। विश्व धरोहर के लिए इन समृद्ध विरासतों को न केवल भावी पीढ़ी के लिए पोषित और संरक्षित किया जाना चाहिए, बल्कि हमारी शिक्षा प्रणाली के जरिए इन्हें बढ़ाना चाहिए और इन्हें उपयोग में लाना चाहिए। थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू मैम। इंटरप्ट करने की इच्छा ही नहीं हो रही थी, आप इतने अच्छे तरीके से अपना इस वे में अपनी बात को कह रही थी, तो लेकिन खुशबू बहन ने मेरी मजबूरी को समझा और उन्होंने इंटरप्ट किया, तो उनको धन्यवाद है।
थैंक यू।
अब यहाँ पे जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनके लिए मंच खुला है कि वो अपने प्रश्न को पूछ सकते हैं कामना चतुर्वेदी जी से।
जो भी क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता है प्लीज अपना हैंड रेज कर दीजिए, तो हम उनको अनम्यूट कर देंगे, और या फिर आप अपने चैट बॉक्स में भी अपना क्वेश्चन लिख सकते हैं।
ये चैट बॉक्स ज्यादा अच्छा है, उसमें अगर आप क्वेश्चन लिख देंगे तो हमें पता रहेगा किसको बुलाना है।
खुशबू मैम ने वैसे ऑलरेडी मैसेज डाल दिया था कि ड्रॉप योर
अच्छा,
क्वेश्चन इन चैट
हाँ,
बॉक्स।
या तो मैं समझता हूँ कि शायद क्वेश्चन नहीं है,
नहीं
बहुत
है।
ही नाइसली प्रेजेंट किया गया है और काफी अनुभव है मैम का, तो वो बट नेचुरल है कि इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम को अच्छे तरीके से आपने एलोबरेट किया है। अब मैं डॉक्टर पूनम धुल को यहाँ पे आमंत्रित करना चाहूंगा कि वो आए अपनी बात। डॉक्टर पूनम,
हाँ जी सर।
या मैम, योर टाइम इज स्टार्ट नाउ।
एम आई ऑडिबल? मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप सबको?
या यू आर ऑडिबल
एंड
वेरी।
माय स्क्रीन इज विजिबल सर?
Yes, your screen is visible, but it is not full-fledged, I think so.
सर मेरी स्क्रीन विजिबल है?
आपकी स्क्रीन विजिबल है मैम।
हाँ जी सर।
ओके,
Good evening, everyone. Respected Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit sir, Dr. Sonal Chabra ma'am, and all the dignitaries of CTPD. आप सभी को मेरा सादर प्रणाम। और आज जो मेरा विषय है वो है भगवत गीता, द एसेंस ऑफ फिलोसफी ऑफ लाइफ। उससे पहले मैं अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहूंगी। माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर पूनम ढुल, आई एम वर्किंग एज असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन रावलाल सिंह कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन, सिद्धरावली। And today my topic is Bhagavad Gita, the essence of philosophy of life. जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं कि NEP 2020 में इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम के बारे में बोला गया है और कहा गया है कि इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम को इंटीग्रेट करना चाहिए हमें वर्तमान शिक्षा प्रणाली के अंदर। और इंटीग्रेट करने के लिए हमें अपनी भारतीय ज्ञान प्रणाली को पाठ्यक्रम के द्वारा, शिक्षण विधियों के द्वारा, सभी बच्चों में मूल्यों के द्वारा उनके अंदर वो ज्ञान हमें भरना होगा जिसकी बच्चों को आज वर्तमान के समय में बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है। हम सब जानते हैं कि हमारे लाइफ में, जीवन में बहुत तरह की समस्याएं आती हैं, कठिनाई आती हैं, और ऐसी भी समस्याएं आती हैं, ऐसी भी परिस्थिति आती है जहां हमें ये समझ नहीं आता कि हम क्या करें। जैसे हम कहते हैं किम कर्तव्य विमूढ़, यानी क्या करें और क्या ना करें की परिस्थिति। तो ऐसी परिस्थिति हम सबके जीवन में कभी ना कभी आई होगी या आती है, और ऐसे परिस्थिति में हम सब तनाव महसूस करते हैं, हमें टेंशन होती है और कई बार हमें पीड़ा भी होती है। हम कई तरह की स्टेज और स्टेट से गुजरते हैं। हम मानसिक तनाव से गुजरते हैं, हम शारीरिक तनाव से गुजरते हैं। तो आज के समय में ये बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है, जो NEP कहता है कि हमें इंटीग्रेट करना होगा भारतीय ज्ञान प्रणाली को अपनी शिक्षा के अंदर, ताकि बच्चे अपनी एडेप्टेबिलिटी से, अपने मूल्यों से, अपने ज्ञान से विषम से विषम परिस्थिति का सामना कर सकें। आजकल हमारे जीवन में ऐसा तो है नहीं कि हमारे लाइफ में कोई प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है। तो इस तरह की परिस्थिति से होता क्या है, हम ज्यादातर क्या है कि हमें ये समझ नहीं आता कि आखिर हमारे जीवन का पर्पस क्या है, उद्देश्य क्या है। व्हाट इज द पर्पस एंड वर्थ ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ। एंड कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि हमारे इस जीवन का जो हम जी रहे हैं इसका कोई अर्थ नहीं है। तो ह्यूमन प्रॉब्लम क्या है, हमारी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हम जीवन तो जी रहे हैं लेकिन हम ये नहीं जानते कि हम एक संतुलित जीवन कैसे जिए। और संतुलित जीवन क्या है, जो पीस और सैनिटी से परिपूर्ण है, यानी शांति जीवन में होना बहुत जरूरी है, सामंजस्य चीजों के साथ होना बहुत जरूरी है, समस्याओं का सामना करना बहुत जरूरी है। लेकिन कभी कभी हम इन सब से हार मान लेते हैं और हम चीजों को बीच में ही छोड़ देते हैं, या हमें कभी समझ नहीं आता कि आखिर हम करें तो क्या करें। मेरा जो आज ये टॉपिक है भगवत गीता, उसमें से मैंने खास तौर पर उस समय की बात की है जब महाभारत के युद्ध के समय पर श्री कृष्ण जी उपदेश देते हैं अर्जुन को, और वो कहते हैं जब अर्जुन अपने भाइयों के साथ युद्ध करने के लिए मना करता है और उसे ये लगता है कि मैं अपने भाइयों के साथ युद्ध कैसे कर सकता हूं, तो ऐसी विषम परिस्थिति का जब अर्जुन सामना करते हैं तो जो श्री कृष्ण जी उनके सारथी होते हैं उन्हें समझाते हैं, उपदेश देते हैं, और उनको कर्म के बारे में, उनका कर्तव्य क्या बनता है, उनका धर्म क्या है, कि एक शास्त्री होने के नाते
उनका धर्म है कि वो मैदान में जाएं, रणभूमि में जाएं, चाहे उनके सामने कोई भी है, और आपको अपने कर्म करने पर बल देना चाहिए। इस श्लोक से हम सब परिचित हैं, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन माँ कर्म फले भूर्मा ते संगोस्तु कर्मणि। ये वही श्लोक है जब श्री कृष्ण जी उनको समझाते हैं और बताते हैं कि इस वक्त तुम्हारे लिए ये महसूस करना जरूरी नहीं है कि तुम अपने भाइयों के विपक्ष में खड़े हो और उनसे युद्ध करने वाले हो। ऐसी विषम परिस्थिति में श्री कृष्ण उनका बल बढ़ाते हैं, उनको समझाते हैं और उनको बताते हैं कि इस वक्त तुम्हारा काम सिर्फ काम कर्म पर बल दो, कर्म योगा जिसे हम कहते हैं, वी शुड बी ड्यूटीफुल। हम चाहे कैसी भी परिस्थिति आए, कठिन से कठिन परिस्थिति आए, हमें हमेशा अपने कर्म के लिए कार्यरत रहना चाहिए। हमें अब सीख क्या मिलती है इससे? गीता जो हमें सिखाती है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं हमें सीखने को जो मिलती हैं। हमारे मूल्य हमें सीखने को मिलते हैं, हमारे अंदर सद्प्रवृत्तियों का हम बच्चों में विकास कर सकते हैं, हम बच्चों को नैतिक शिक्षा प्रदान कर सकते हैं, अनुशासन सिखा सकते हैं, बच्चों के अंदर प्योरिटी ला सकते हैं, स्ट्रेंथ ला सकते हैं, ताकि वो जीवन में अपने निर्णय खुद ले सके और जीवन में छोटी छोटी चीजों को लेकर हार ना माने। आज के समय में हम शिक्षा तो बच्चों को प्रदान कर रहे हैं, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं बच्चे छोटी छोटी परिस्थितियों में हार मान जाते हैं। जैसा हमें सबको पता है कि बच्चे के जब नंबर कम आते हैं, माँ बाप उनको डांट देते हैं, तो वो छोटी छोटी परिस्थितियों में भी बच्चे हार मानते हैं और सुसाइड करने लग जाते हैं या ऐसे कदम उठाते हैं जो बच्चों को जीवन में नहीं उठाने चाहिए। 8वीं कक्षा का बच्चा, 10वीं कक्षा का बच्चा, हम ये कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकते कि क्यों इतने छोटे छोटे बच्चे, उनके जीवन में अभी कोई भार नहीं है, उनके जीवन में इतनी समस्याएं नहीं है, उनके सामने पूरा जीवन पड़ा है, लेकिन फिर भी वो ऐसी विषम परिस्थितियों से हारते हैं। तो यहाँ पर इस बात पर बल दिया गया है कि कर्म और धर्म इंसान को करना चाहिए और हमें बच्चों के अंदर भी ये चीज इनकलकेट करनी होगी, वैल्यूज के थ्रू उनके अंदर ये डालना होगा कि कैसी भी कठिनाई आए, चाहे आप हारें चाहे आप जीतें।
ठीक है मैम, मैम आप सिर्फ 2 मिनट है आपके पास, कंक्लूड कर।
ओके सर। तो सर मैं एक वर्ड नहीं बोलूंगी, इसमें जो बताया गया है सिर्फ वही जल्दी जल्दी बताना चाहूंगी कि हम लाइफ एंड डेथ की जो साइकिल है उसी में फंसे रहते हैं, इस संसार के क्रम में फंसे रहते हैं, हम उस चीज पर नहीं बल दे पाते जो जीवन में, इस जीवन को जीने के साथ साथ अन्य चीजें भी हैं जो जीवन में जरूरी है। इसी कारण हम 2 तरह की गलतियां करते हैं। एक करते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द स्टेट ऑफ इग्नोरेंस, फॉल्ट्स ऑफ ओमिशन एंड फॉल्ट्स ऑफ कमीशन। एक तो इग्नोरेंस की वजह से, और एक जब आपको सब कुछ पता है, अपने बारे में भी पता है, तो भी आप जानबूझकर भी आपसे गलतियां होती हैं, आप करते हैं जाने में और अनजाने में। तो जब हम ये सब चीजें करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हम अपनी ईगो को नहीं छोड़ पाते। हमें अपने आप को, सेल्फ को रियलाइज करना होगा। अपने सेल्फ को जो हम रियलाइज करेंगे, अपने ईगो को छोड़ेंगे, और कैसे करेंगे? हमारा सेल्फ कमिटमेंट के थ्रू, बिकॉज हम ही हैं जो अपने किस्मत को बनाने वाले हैं, हम ही हैं जो अपनी किस्मत को बिगाड़ने वाले हैं।
ठीक है,
तो
ठीक है,
बहुत
ठीक
सारे पाश्चात्य संस्कृतियां भी ऐसी हुई हैं जिन्होंने इस बात पर बल दिया है, इस तरह के जो फिलोसफिकल क्वेश्चंस हैं उनका जवाब देने की कोशिश की है। निष्काम कर्म पर गीता में बहुत बल दिया गया है कि किस तरीके से हमें निष्काम भाव से और निस्वार्थ भाव से कर्म करना चाहिए, हमें ड्यूटीफुल रहना चाहिए। एंड बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें हैं यहाँ पर वही बताया गया है। अर्जुन समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं, कहते हैं भगवान कृष्ण समझाने की अर्जुन को कोशिश करते हैं कि निष्काम कर्म पर बल दो, इस वक्त तुम क्या हो ये भूल जाओ, तुम्हारा कर्म क्या है तुम उस चीज पर ध्यान दो।
ठीक है मैम, ठीक है मैम, ठीक है, ठीक है। आपने अपनी बात को कहा और आपके टाइटल ही था भगवत गीता के संदर्भ में भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को उजागर करना। आपने कुछ श्लोक की भी बात की, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन। अगर किसी का कोई प्रश्न है तो प्रश्न पूछा जा सकता है, नहीं तो हम आगे चलेंगे। या चेतना सगर, स्कूल ऑफ एजुकेशन फॉर एवरीवन, मे आई आस्क ए क्वेश्चन? यस, यू आर वेलकम। इन्हें अनम्यूट किया जाए। यस मैम, आप प्रश्न पूछें, सर या मैम जो भी है। दे आर नॉट विजिबल हियर।
Excuse me, you are unmuted, Chetan.
हाँ,
Chetan, you are unmuted. You can ask the question.
Chetan, first of all, unmute yourself and after that you ask the question. Okay. ओके चेतन जी, तो फिर आप अपने प्रश्न को जो है, आई एम अनम्यूटेड स्टिल। But you are not audible, sir. If you are speaking or asking.
You are unmuted, Chetan. I have given you the permission. Okay, you can ask your question in the chat box, please. I think there is some network issue.
Yeah.
We can proceed with other.
Yeah. We can take this question after
Sure.
After the conclusion.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to listen to
Okay,
my
okay, Poonam ji, I have also a question, but I will ask this question later. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now, the Anamika Shukla is invited to present his paper, and the topic of his paper is the Upanishad View of Education. Anamika Shukla is Associate Professor, School of Humanities, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. You are welcome, ma'am, and please present your paper.
Khushbu ma'am, I think Anamika Shukla is not in this meeting. She has yet not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can we move further?
Yeah. The fourth person is the Dr. Ranjana V. Tijare. Dr. Ranjana V. Tijare. She will going to present the paper on the topic of silent features of the Vedic education in ancient India. And ma'am is the assistant professor, Sri Vasanta College of Education, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. So I welcome you. Please share your PPT if you have, and then present your paper.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. But your slide is not full-fledged.
My screen is visible, sir?
Yeah, your screen is also visible, but not very clear.
Yes,
because
sir.
some
okay, sir.
Some writing are not visible in this way.
Sir,
Okay, now you are visible. Yeah,
Okay.
screen is visible and you are audible. So please proceed.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening to all CTPD delegates and participants. My name is Dr. Ranjana Tijare, Sri Vasant College of Education, Nagpur, Maharashtra. My topic is salient features of Vedic education in ancient India. The outline is, in my research paper, I covered salient features of Vedic education, such as aims of education, curriculum, women education, role of teacher, finding, and conclusion, and references. Introduction. Ancient Indian culture, traditions, and literature are known to the whole world, and for this reason, many writers, philosophers, scholars of many countries were attracted to us. In Vedic period, education had two prominent places. Education का मेरा है इस knowledge is a human third eye, और वो जो ज्ञान मिलता था वो सब हमें वेदा से और प्राचीन जो हमारे ग्रंथ थे वो ग्रंथ से हम ज्ञान प्राप्त करते थे और उसकी संकल्पना मोक्ष प्राप्ति की तरफ जाती थी. Vedic education system was based on Vedas. Veda is an ancient text in world literature. The Veda is derived from the Sanskrit word Ved. It means knowledge. The Vedas are also called Apurushiya. In the Vedic period, education was not only considered as a bookish knowledge, but also as a hope, but also as a rays of hope that helps to attain salvation through the all-round development of a person. According to scholar, the study of ancient Indian education has started from the Rig Veda period. That's the Rig Veda. The Vedic period is further divided into two parts. Then pre-Vedic period, it's called Rig Veda period, from 4500 BC to 1200 AD. And then post-Vedic period, it's called Brahmin period, from 1200 BC to 500 AD. My study objective is to analyze the future of Vedic education in India, to know about the educational system of Vedic period. Then third is to understand the impact of Vedic education to present education system. My paper's methodology is I have used descriptive method and secondary data have been used from textbook, reference books, websites, etc. The study is mainly analytical. Then now I explain the salient features of Vedic education. First is the religious development. During the Vedic period, religion had a very important place in life. The main goal of life is moksha. Therefore, the pupil practices to religious books. Sahidyaya vimukte. Education is that which gives us man liberation. Satyam Shivam Sundaram was to be achieved through education. Then next is salvation. In the Vedic period, the main purpose of education was to attain salvation of or self-enlightenment. In order to attain self-realization, training was given to control the man. The training was given to control the mind through japa, tapa, yoga, and sadhanas. The goal of education was to acquire knowledge to know the supreme nature of creation. Attainment of salvation was considered the main focus of life. The next is character formation. Character development was done in various ways in the student. Function of the Gurukula was to create ideal citizens for the nation through character building. Then personality development. Every student was equal in the eye of the Guru. Gurukula's daily activities to develop the inner power, to strengthen self-confidence, to inculcate a sense of justice, self-respect, creating a sense of sacrifice through which the personality was formed. Social responsibility. The system of imparting education was at that time, it prepares students for future life. Then cultural development. The development and spread of culture was an important part of Vedic education. It has an ancient tradition. Preserving these traditions, values, ethics, cultures, and arts, and passing them on to the next generation. After that curriculum of Vedic period, the education system of the Vedic period was conducted in ashrama and Gurukula. Admitted the student in Gurukula for Upanayan Sanskar or Vidyarambha Sanskar, the age of 5 to 6 years. There were two types of curriculum, Paravidya and Aparavidya. Paravidya called spiritual curriculum, and that includes 4 Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishads, Dharma Shastras, Ramayana, Mahabharata, epics, and other holistic books. And Aparavidya, it's called worldly curriculum. Worldly curriculum included all general sciences, all general subjects, science, mathematics, archery, then Bhugarbha Shastras, science, physics, then geography, history, all subjects. Paravidya and spiritual curriculum is primary education, and higher educations they have to taught worldly curriculum. Then Sarvana, Shravana, Manana, Nidadhyasana method were used for learning, and also recitation, reflection, debates, meeting were used for teaching methods. Colors, dhulpati, banana leaves, tadpatri was used as a tools of curriculum. Then women's education. In Vedic period, women had the equal opportunity as a man. Women were admitted in Gurukula to education by the Upanayan Sanskar. There was no separate Gurukula for the women. Common education was there. He had the right to recite the Vedas. Vedadhyana and Gayatri Mantra were recited by women in those days. But the door of education were open to women for Raja Maharajas and rich families in pre-Vedic era. Post-Vedic era, the Vaishyas and Kshatriyas, women are educated. Vishwara, Sikta, Nivavari,
Ma'am,
Ghosha.
sorry for interruption, but you have only 2 minutes now.
Okay,
So
okay,
please
sir.
conclude
Okay, thank
your-
you, sir. Lopa
Yeah.
Mudra. This example it can be said that women were given education in Vedic period. Role of teacher. Guru had the highest position in Vedic education. The Guru loved their discipline like a son. He was the spiritual father of the student. The Guru had the right of confirm the degrees after the Samavartan Samskara. The Guru was full of Vedic and spiritual knowledge as well as full of character. So the student was automatically accultured. Findings are there. Conclusion: Indian Vedic education system is the best in the whole world. The basic purpose of Vedic education was the overall development of human life. Education was considered as the main means of imparting knowledge. In pre-Vedic period of education was based on religious development, and post-Vedic period religious development and period of post-Vedic period was based on professional, vocational and all-round development. This during the Brahmin period was more extensive as compared to pre-Vedic period. The Vedic period favored women education. Even today, it can be seen that the Vedic education system is superior from this point of view. Our ancient system is much better in this regard. Thank you, sir. And
Okay, ma'am. You have
and-
nicely presented your paper within the time. So thanks for summing up. Now is the time to ask the question if you have any. Okay, my question for ma'am is that salvation is the main aim of Vedic education system. How can we relate the idea of salvation with the current and modern education system? This is the question, ma'am.
करंट एजुकेशन सिस्टम में अभी जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं
हाँ,
वो हम हमारे जो एंसेंट इंडियन एजुकेशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स से वो अभी भी हमें हमारे एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड है. और अभी एनईपी 2020 में भी अब जो करिकुलम बनने जा रहा है उसमें भी हमारे जो एंसेंट इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम था उनकी परछाइयां हमारे इस करिकुलम में भी है और आगे भी हमें जाके दिख रही है और हमारे एनईपी में भी ये कवर अप होने वाली है.
Okay. Now question is over. There is no more question. So thanks for nicely presented. Now I would
Thank
like
you,
to
sir.
invite.
Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Sanjeev Kumar ji, who is the research scholar, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana, India, and he is the only one male participant in this session. So I heartily invite him to please present your paper. Sanjeev Kumar ji. And the topic of his paper is Vedic Mathematics and Calculus, some unique techniques. Very interesting topic. Hope we shall learn something more from this session. Sanjeev Kumar ji.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My topic is Vedic Mathematics and Calculus, some unique techniques.
Okay.
So what basically I have covered in my paper, beginning with the idea of calculus, its significance, its applications in various fields. This research paper checks few techniques with the help of a few suitable examples to solve problems based on calculus with modern as well as by Vedic techniques to highlight its importance so that we can differentiate that how Vedic techniques are still very useful for the students and they can be utilized and benefited in this scenario of competitions. Calculus, as we know, is an important mathematical concept, and calculus it covers differential and integral calculus both. In ancient time, even in Vedic period, people had knowledge of astronomy, in which concept of calculus were used to find the position of celestial objects. In modern time also, calculus is an important mathematical concept that has wide variety of applications in various fields of studies like astronomy, engineering, medical science, architecture, etc. Idea of this research paper aligns with the theme of the conference as it highlights that Vedic mathematical techniques of Indian knowledge system are perfect tools to solve problems related to calculus. Now, what is the problem that we are facing in today's scenario? Calculus, as we know, it has integral and differential calculus. Both are covered in this word calculus. Has variety of applications in real life situation. Although calculus has been used to solve a number of complex problems, yet use of calculus is no child's play for everyone, as it requires expertise, as available modern techniques to find solution of problem using calculus are very much complex and lengthy. Available modern techniques are time consuming and tedious, and now this problem needs solution. That what techniques can be employed to overcome these drawbacks of available modern techniques of calculus so that we can utilize this concept easily and everyone can use this. An easy solution that draws attention of everyone is Vedic mathematical techniques based on Vedic sutras from Atharvaveda. Objectives: to find nth order derivative or product of two function is a tedious and time consuming concept in differential calculus. It is very time consuming. I am also a maths teacher and I find it very difficult when we talk about the nth order derivative. So it is a lengthy job, but through Vedic mathematical techniques, it becomes simple. That has been shown through example. Further integration by partial fraction is also one of the lengthiest topic that we study in class 12th these days, also time consuming using modern techniques. But through some examples, it has been clarified that Vedic techniques make this procedure very short, quick, and accurate. Objectives of this research paper is to highlight the importance of Vedic mathematical techniques over available modern mathematical method to solve problem based on calculus. Methodology. This is a review paper, so a number of research paper as well as related literature has been reviewed by me for comparative study of Vedic mathematical techniques as well as modern methods for solving complex problem based on calculus. So let us see what is the problem. We are using Lambert's rule in modern mathematics to find nth order derivative, and as you can see here on the screen, it has a very lengthy formula to find nth order derivative, and we have to use combinations as well as integral and multiples of the functions. I have taken this example also. Let us we want to find out the derivative of product of two function x cube and e raised to power 2x. So you will have to find out the derivative and integral, and then you will have to use Lambert's rule that is very lengthy. And what I have observed in my class that when student came to solve combination related problems, they use factorial and other signs, they get confused and usually they make mistake, and they can commit mistake even of plus minus also. The process is lengthy, and to check and recheck it again is very, very difficult. So this is the basic problem, but using Vedic mathematics, we can solve it very easily. You can see here in the diagram, this is the Vedic sutra that can be used urdhva trigyam, means vertically and crosswise. What we do, we take derivatives, first order derivative, second order derivative, third order derivative in the upper column and upper row, and in the lower row we take integrals of the second function, and then we will cross multiply vertically and crosswise, and then add with the help of binomial expansion. So this can be done very easily, and error can be reduced, and time can also be minimized. So this is the beauty of Vedic mathematics that can be utilized till today. And one
Sanjeev ji, Khushbu ma'am, is there any technical problem?
No, ma'am. No, sir. I think internet connection lost of Sanjeev, sir.
But he was presenting his paper very nicely and very interesting way.
Yes, sir.
So what can we do now, Sonal Ben?
He's still in the meeting, Sanjeev Kumar ji, but I think some connectivity issue at
Yeah, is there.
That's it.
And they have also 1 minute too
Yeah.
in his account. So Sonal ma'am, go forward now.
I think one more paper presentation is left.
Yeah. One more paper presenter is here, and he is Dr. Rachna Sharma. She is Dr. Rachna Sharma, and the title of the paper is The Relevance of IKS Bhagavad Gita as Perspective of Education. So if Dr. Rachna Sharma is here, then she is invited
Yes,
to
sir.
please share your PPTs if you have, and present your paper and utilize the time.
Sure, sir.
Okay, Rachna ma'am. Rachna Sharma is the Associate Professor, KIT College of Education, Gurugram, Haryana, India. Once again, I would like to invite Rachna ma'am to present her paper.
Thank you, sir.
Rachna ma'am.
Good evening, respected chair, members of organizing committee and all the participants. I am going to speak on Bhagavad Gita's perspective on education. And this presentation includes introduction, significance of this research, objectives and methodology, discussion on concept and aims of education, curriculum, methods of teaching, role and characteristics of students and teachers, concept of discipline from Bhagavad Gita's perspective, recommendation followed by the conclusion. भगवद गीता भारतीय दर्शन का एक अद्भुत ग्रंथ है। ये भगवान के मुख से कही गई है, इसलिए हम इसे लॉर्ड्स सॉन्ग भी कहते हैं। हम सब जानते हैं कि गीता में श्री कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को धर्म युद्ध करने के लिए प्रेरित किया था। मेटाफिजिकली इट इज द स्टोरी अबाउट यू एंड योर रिलेशनशिप विद गॉड, ऑफनली कॉल्ड एज रियल सेल्फ। इसे करने की आवश्यकता इसलिए महसूस हुई क्योंकि हम पाश्चात्य देशों द्वारा दिए गए शैक्षिक सिद्धांतों का तो भली भांति अनुसरण करते हैं, परंतु भारतीय परंपरा के अनुसार शिक्षा के अर्थ और जीवन के लक्ष्यों को समझने का प्रयास नहीं करते। तो इस गैप को फिल करने के लिए और भगवद गीता के संदर्भ में भारतीय ज्ञान प्रणाली को समझने और समझाने के लिए यह एक छोटा सा प्रयास है। These are the objectives and methodology of this paper to study the concept and aims of education, curriculum and methods of teaching, role and characteristics of educators and learners, and approach to discipline. Methodology, it is a qualitative research to examine Bhagavad Gita from an educational perspective. So, come to the discussion. गीता के 18वें अध्याय का 26वां श्लोक कहता है कि नेक और पवित्र ज्ञान वो है जो इस पृथ्वी पर विचरण करने वाले प्रत्येक प्राणी में ईश्वर का अंश देखता है। दूसरे अध्याय के 56वें और 57वें श्लोक द्वारा हमें स्थिर बुद्धि और परम संतुष्ट मनुष्य के लक्षणों का बोध होता है। शिक्षा एक ऐसी प्रक्रिया है जो हमें अपने कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन, शांति, प्रसन्नता और संतुष्टि की प्राप्ति और काम, क्रोध और भय जैसे शत्रुओं से मुक्ति दिलाती है। और भगवद गीता ऐसी शिक्षा प्रक्रिया की आवश्यकता के महत्व को बताती है। भगवद गीता के अनुसार शिक्षा के उद्देश्य मनुष्य को कर्मयोग, ज्ञान योग और भक्ति योग के मार्ग पर अग्रसर करना होना चाहिए और गीता व्यक्तिगत प्रयोजनों से ऊपर सामाजिक लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति को अधिक महत्व देती है। भारतीय दर्शन के अनुसार अभी बहुत पहले के प्रेजेंटर्स ने भी बताया कि 2 प्रकार के ज्ञान हैं, विद्याएं हैं, अपरा और परा विद्या, जिनको ध्यान में रखकर हमें भौतिक जीवन के लिए आवश्यक और आध्यात्मिक मार्ग की ओर अग्रसर करने वाले दोनों प्रकार के विषयों को सम्मिलित करके स्कूल्स में पढ़ाना चाहिए और स्टूडेंट्स को नैतिक मूल्य और स्वधर्म पालन की शिक्षा भी देनी चाहिए। Methods of teaching according to Bhagavad Gita are कन्वर्सेशनल मेथड जैसे कृष्ण और अर्जुन का हम देखते हैं, क्वेश्चन आंसर मेथड, डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन मेथड, लर्न बाय डूइंग एंड डिस्कशन मेथड, which are being followed in our educational institutions and are perceived as the contribution of Western world. But they are then and there in our ancient era. We need to realize it. Teacher should be devoted and competent. He must possess the most balanced personality and demonstrator of his teachings. Student must possesses the qualities like Arjun, who completely surrender to his teacher. जो हमेशा सीखने के लिए तैयार हो, गुरु की आज्ञा मानने वाला हो और काम क्रोध लोभ से परे हो, ये जो विशेषताएं हैं ये एक स्टूडेंट में होनी चाहिए। गीता की शिक्षाओं में वो क्षमता है जो दिशाहीन और अनुशासनहीन विद्यार्थियों को सही मार्गदर्शन देकर एक अनुशासित जीवन जीना सिखा सकती है और सामाजिक बुराइयों का अंत भी कर सकती है। तो इसके बाद सीधा मैं बात करूंगी कि इसके रिकमेंडेशंस क्या हैं एजुकेशन में। गीता हमें डेडिकेशन और कमिटमेंट सिखाती है। इट सजेस्ट दैट फोकस्ड एंड अनवेवरिंग कमिटमेंट टू एजुकेशन इज एसेंशियल फॉर सक्सेस। इट टीचेस अस सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन. In the context of education, it means pursuing knowledge that aligns with your inner self and values. It tells about the balance for students, means the pursuit of knowledge with other aspects of life, such as physical health, emotional well-being, and spiritual growth. It tells about dharma. We suggest that individuals should understand their roles and responsibilities in society and act in accordance with them. This can be applied to education by choosing a path of study and work that aligns with one's dharma. And detachment, this is the main teaching of Bhagavad Gita. It means focusing on the process of learning and personal growth rather than obsessing over grades or external recognition. और आज हमारे बच्चे सिर्फ grade और external recognition के पीछे ही भागे जा रहे हैं। तो we need to inculcate such type of trait in our students. Then meditation and self-reflection, such type of practices can enhance students' ability to learn, focus, and make wise decisions in their educational journey. Seek guidance, जैसे अर्जुन ने कृष्ण से ली. He seeks guidance from Lord Krishna when he faces moral and ethical dilemmas. Similarly, students are encouraged to seek guidance from mentors, teachers, and wise individuals in their pursuit of education. और उसके लिए हम टीचर्स को भी तैयार होना पड़ेगा। कृष्ण जैसी गाइडेंस देने के लिए हम कुछ एक अंश भी ले पाए तो वो बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा हम टीचर्स का। कॉन्टिन्यूअस लर्न, जिसकी बात डेलस कमीशन करता है और अब NEP 2020 भी करती है कि लर्निंग इज अ लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, और भगवद गीता encourages individuals to embrace a mindset of continuous learning and personal development throughout their lives. Simplicity and humility. It advises that individuals should approach their education with a humble attitude, recognizing that there is always more to learn. So, in conclusion, we can say that Bhagavad Gita highlights the importance of self-awareness, discipline, and sense of duty in the pursuit of knowledge. Gita encourages learner to approach education with a spirit of detachment from outcomes, focusing instead on the attainment of wisdom. So this perspective from Bhagavad Gita highlights the everlasting value of Indian knowledge systems in shaping well-rounded, morally conscious, and spiritually aware educational framework. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for nicely presentation and in time. And now, Sanjeev Kumar has requested to reconnect and represent his paper. So as a chairperson, I would like to give him permission because the problem was the technical. So Sanjeev Kumar, you are invited here to continue your presentation. Sanjeev Kumar ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for considering.
Okay.
So we were talking that partial fraction is also one of the important topic, and everyone knows that it is very lengthy, and we know that when we apply this topic, we have to solve the linear equation in three variables, and that is very complicated for students. and there are so many chances of error. And because it is lengthy procedure, so check it again and again is very difficult. So Vedic mathematics have a very beautiful idea. We can take the denominator, one of the denominator that is in factorized form, and we will put it equal to 0, and from there we will get a value, and that value can be substituted both the sides, and it will give us the fractions, value of ABC that we need. And after using those values in the equation, we can simplify it very easily. So it is a very quick method, and this method I have experimented in my class also, and student gave very positive response about this, because it is very easy as compared to the method described in NCERT books. This paper highlights the conclusion that Vedic mathematical techniques to find nth order derivative functions, especially product of two functions, are quite quick and easy. These techniques give accurate results of problem based on calculus in a logical manner. Although results can also be found by applying modern mathematical techniques, but modern techniques are lengthy and tedious. Vedic techniques to solve partial fraction related problems are magical, as they provide scope to do a lot of steps manually that reduces time and increases interest. These Vedic techniques can be powerful tool to solve problem based on calculus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanjeev Kumar ji. Now it is the time to ask the question. If you have, two presenters already presented their paper, Dr. Rachna ji and Sri Sanjeev Kumar ji. If any questions, then please ask. Otherwise, we have the task to complete.
There are a few questions in the chat box.
Yeah.
Chetan has some of them.
Okay, मैं उनको co-host बना देती हूँ एक बार, तो वो खुद ही क्वेश्चन पूछ लेंगे.
जी.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. Chetan, you can unmute yourself.
Chetan sir has the question, but not the technical support.
Sir, I tried to answer his question in chat box.
Okay.
Sorry, by mistake, I have written it as Chetna. Sorry, Chetan, it's Chetan. So one more question was there, ki salvation is the main aim of Vedic education system. How can we relate the idea of salvation with the current and modern education systems?
Yeah. This was the question.
So मुझे लगता है कि salvation पहले तो हम जो हमारी जिंदगी में चीजें चल रही हैं, जैसे एक बीमार व्यक्ति है, उसको से मुक्ति चाहिए, तो पहले हम इन चीजों पे काम करें, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, और जो हमारी परेशानियां हैं, गरीब को गरीब से साल्वेशन चाहिए, उसके बाद ही हम उस हायर एंड की तरफ जा सकते हैं, अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. और मॉडर्न एजुकेशन सिस्टम में साल्वेशन को हम कैसे इनकलकेट करें, रिलेट करें, तो वो जो भगवत गीता है या इस तरीके की जो भी टीचिंग्स है, हमारी एंशिएंट नॉलेज सिस्टम है, उसको इनकलकेट करके हमें बताना होगा बच्चों को कि भौतिक जगत ही सब कुछ नहीं है, इसके परे भी पराविद्या, वो वाला कंसेप्ट लाना ही पड़ेगा, तभी हम लोग जो हैं वो इस तरफ जा सकते हैं, और पहले जो हमारी जिंदगी की छोटी छोटी परेशानियां हैं उनसे मुक्ति हो, और फिर हम आगे धर्म के और परा विद्या के मार्ग पर चलें.
जी, थैंक यू. बात जब मुक्ति की होती है तो उसमें हमें ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम का पहला श्लोक याद करना चाहिए कि ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम यत्कित जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन भुंजिता मा वृथा कश्चित् धनम. हमारा जो दुख होता है वो निश्चित रूप से हमारी लालच, मोह, माया से है. अगर हम इनसे उर्ण होना चाहते हैं, इनसे मुक्त होना चाहते हैं, तो हमें यह मान के चलना पड़ेगा कि पृथ्वी के पास बहुत कुछ है हमें देने के लिए, लेकिन उसके पास हमारी लालच को पूर्ण करने के लिए कोई साधन नहीं है. तो हमें लालच से मुक्त होना है, माया से मुक्त होना है. बाकी वी हैव एनफ थिंग टू एंजॉय. इमोशंस का
Yes,
ध्यान
sir.
रखें, ये सब बातें हैं. तो मैं ज्यादा समय न कि वो समरी प्रस्तुत करें और प्रोसीजर को आगे बढ़ाएं. सुनील जी.
धन्यवाद
Thank you,
सर।
Mahesh sir.
थैंक यू.
Shall I take over, Pushpa ma'am? Or you want to say something before that?
Give me 2 minutes, ma'am. We are
Okay,
gaining
Khushbu
a
ji.
wealth of knowledge today. May I invite Dr. Sonal Chhabra to summarize the
Okay.
session and address the participants of the session. Please, ma'am.
Uh, Thank you, everyone. The last 1.5 hours has been one of those time wherein you are left with so much to introspect about things. See, the whole idea of Indian knowledge system and the topic of this track, which was about Indian knowledge system integration and internationalization. The first thing which I would like to say is that the major change which has come in the past, let's say 5-10 years of the Indian education system has been the acceptance of our language. First and the most basic thing would be acceptance of Hindi as a medium of conversation. हम भी अगर पिछले 5-7 साल पहले चले जाएं, हम में से कितने लोग थे जो हिंदी में किसी सेमिनार में बात करने के लिए तैयार हो जाते थे. English was not considered as a language. English was considered as something which intellectualizes you. जो अंग्रेजी अच्छी बोल रहा है, that is somebody who has a lot of knowledge, somebody who is very intelligent. So Indian knowledge system की जब हम बात करते हैं, for me the basic thing which comes is the acceptance of the language, whether it is Hindi, whether it is Gujarati, or whether it is any of our regional languages, which we have been forgetting somehow. So one basic thing is this. The second thing is we have been running after so many material things that we had been forgetting about the things which were actually important in life. Yes, maybe many of us are in our 40s and we are into that stage of life जिसमें Erickson के हिसाब से we are moving towards midlife, so maybe we are thinking on those lines more because of that. But even if you talk of the adolescents, or even if you talk of the people who are of old age, we need to really understand that what does education mean. और ये जो इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम को NEP 2020 लेकर के आया है, so it is talking about 3 main aspects. What they are saying is that the Indian knowledge system comprises of Gyan, Vigyan, and Jeevan Darshan. See, Gyan and Vigyan had always been a part of our education. जो हमें colonized society से ब्रिटिश की देन थी हमारे पास मिली, but ज्ञान और विज्ञान मिल गया, but जो जीवन दर्शन वाला aspect था, that was somehow missed. And as a result, we had to come up with things like mindfulness, meditation, happiness curriculum. Why did we need to have all these things? Because we had forgotten the roots of where we are coming from. We never needed to have those kind of things because it was always in our system. So Indian knowledge system, जैसे ही हम इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम बात करते हैं, तुरंत दिमाग में संस्कृत जाती है, तुरंत दिमाग में वेद जाते हैं, but it is not just about Sanskrit. Sanskrit is one of those oldest languages. There are several other old languages also. Let's say, for example, Tamil. Tamil has so much in it, but we hardly know about it because we were focusing on English and जो भी हमें English से text मिल रहा था. So that 1 hour of whatever discussions we were doing, चाहे वो रचना जी हो, चाहे वो कामना मैम हो, everybody was talking about those aspects that we need to build on those aspects again and again. Now let me just ask one simple thing. Which are the boards of school education in India? Please pen it down in the chat box, especially our young students and young scholars. Which are the boards of education which are recognized by India, Indian government?
धन्यवाद मैम, आपसे पूर्णतः सहमत. भारतीय ज्ञान प्रणाली शायद इसीलिए विश्व में अब तक अपना अस्तित्व कायम किए हुए है.
Ma'am is still ma'am is
I'm still
ma'am is still
I'm
on.
still addressing. I just wanted to highlight.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay ma'am.
So मैं जो बोर्ड्स की बात करी थी कि बोर्ड्स ऑफ एजुकेशन जो हैं जिनके बारे में हम लोग को ज्यादातर लोगों को पता है, which is CBSE, ICSE and the state boards of education. How many of us know that in 2022 there has been a Vedic board which has been given due recognition by the central government? Many of us do not know about this board, that this board has been given recognition. It is known as the Maharshi Sandipani Rashtriya Ved Vidya Pratishthan. And it has been taken as a Vedic board, which is expecting and which is visualizing that we are going to give Vedic education along with the current system of education and going to take things forward. आज की डेट में अगर हम बात करें तो it's only almost 100 कुछ 125 पाठशाला है और कुछ 260 के करीब गुरु शिष्य परंपरा जो हमारे यहाँ पर हुआ करती थी उस तरह की यूनिट्स है इंडिया में. But then now, yes, we are expanding. Madhya Pradesh में, Odisha में, Gujarat में, Assam, Karnataka and Uttarakhand. These are the 6 states which have been identified where these regional centers of these boards will be picked on. So why I'm highlighting those things is this is another aspect which we need to know. Indian knowledge system is not just about Bhagavad Gita. Indian knowledge system is not just about, so the kind of literature is there. We have almost, when we compare it to the other civilization, जो हम European civilization की या Greek civilization की बात करते हैं, and we talk of their ancient texts, we can easily proudly say that we have the largest amount of manuscripts we have. और हमारे इतने सारे manuscripts ऐसे हैं जो शायद हमें ही जिनके बारे में नहीं पता. कहते हैं कि बनारस की गलियों में अगर हम निकलें तो I have never been fortunate enough to visit that place, but then we say कि बनारस की गलियों में जब निकलते हो तो हर घर पे आपको एक पुस्तकालय मिलेगा because the kind of literature they have in their homes. But this is something which has missed. वो कहीं नहीं स्टडी हो रहा, वो कहीं उसके बारे में नहीं जान रहे. अभी भी हमें जो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट एक एफर्ट कर रही है उसके बाद भी we know just a little portion of what the Indian knowledge system really comprises of. So through this kind of effort, जो आज ये एक effort हुआ कि we have gathered together here and we are discussing on these aspects and things like जो संजीव जी लेकर के आए, the kind of methods which are being transferred to us through those English system of education. We are not trying to say in any way that the system of education is faulted और कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं है. There are systems which are good. There are things which are in the system which are good, which we need to pick on also, and there are things in the system which we need to learn from also. So हम जब इस इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम और अपनी चीजों को प्राउडली बात करने की बात करते हैं ना, तो एक डर और लगता है जब हम ये कहने लग जाते हैं कि वी आर द बेस्ट. Let's not assume that we are the best. Let's learn from. Let's have that ideology that we are going to learn from each system which we are learning. भगवत गीता की बात कामना मैम ने करी, भगवत गीता की बात रचना मैम ने बात करी, and there is this book which is called I Am Gita. There are several books which have been written on Bhagavad Gita, but there is this book I Am Gita, which I would really suggest all these young scholars, especially जो B.Ed के students हैं और जो M.Ed के students हमारे साथ हैं, that they should go through this book. It's one of the best sellers by Ctpdcon-Era, and it's highlighting Bhagavad Gita in a very different kind of manner, that how it is connected to life. We all know that it's the basic thing which is given to us, or which takes us to the path of wisdom, knowledge, salvation, everything. But then there is a psychology behind how we deal with our daily life things also. That has been very well put in this book. So that's the whole idea of Indian knowledge system, that we need to acknowledge and we need to really work on this thing, even our understanding. I mean, at least I can talk of myself, though I've been trying to know more about the Indian knowledge system, but let me put it very honestly, if I say that I have a complete understanding, no, I do not have. I just have a glimpse of what the Indian knowledge system means. हम लोग सोचते हैं कि भगवत गीता पढ़ ली तो भी हमें सब कुछ पता चल गया, तो भी हमें कुछ खास नहीं पता चला. There is so much more to it. So that is one thing which we all need to understand as educators also, and as people who are going to enter into school teaching and college teaching, that we need to know more about our system before we get down to actually talking about it and delivering it. Because हमें पता होगा तो ही हम अपने students को वहां तक लेकर जा सकेंगे. यदि हमें नहीं पता होगा तो उतनी falsely हम कह भी नहीं पाएंगे. It should not happen कि ये एक टॉपिक है जो अभी चल रहा है because of the focus of the central government also in this aspect, because national education policy भी उस बारे में बात कर रही है. We really need to believe in that kind of thing also, and then probably work more towards it. That is from my side, which I wanted to say, but I'm sure that leaves us with a lot of questions and points where we can discuss on certain things. Over to you, Khushbu ma'am, now.
Thank you, ma'am. Your insights have been profound and shall serve as a guiding force to one and all in the session. We eagerly await insight and reflections on the proceedings of this session. May I invite Professor Mahesh Narayan Dikshit for the closing remarks?
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to congratulate and give my sincere thanks to all the participants who were presented their paper very nicely and in time. Some technical issues are generated over there, but they were sought out. So technical support system team is also thanks. Many papers were presented here. They are based on the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Veda, and Indian knowledge system. These are the core topics that are picked by the presenter, and they share their ideas in this regard. First of all, Kamna ma'am told about the Indian traditional knowledge system, and he narrated the how and from where and why Indian knowledge system should be picked and shared and utilized to our daily routine system and basically in the education system. Bhagavad Gita as the essence of the philosophy of life is discussed by the Poonam ma'am, and he is nicely presented over there his thought. But in the same way, all presented were presented their paper, but little things should be considered if we are going to write our paper. Our paper should be precise as well as the summarized. Precise in the sense, the objective of the paper, the methodology of the paper, the source of the paper, and the conclusion are especially highlighted when you are going to present the paper. Some person are emphasis on their introduction only, some were emphasis on the conclusion only, but the methodology and the analysis of the data were not fairly discussed in session. But I think all are the very senior person who delivered their thought here. They have the shortage of time, so they are very quick to deliver their own thoughts. I hope that their paper is in the manner that can be considered as the research paper, and you have received these papers too. इतनी कुछ कहने के बाद मैं इतना जरूर कहना चाहूंगा कि जब भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा की हम बात करते हैं तो अभी भी जैसा कि सोनल मैम ने भी कहा कि अभी भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को समझना बड़ा मुश्किल हो गया है। और है, हम ये जरूर कह सकते हैं कि हमारा पास्ट जो था बहुत ही गोल्डन था। वी वाज द बेस्ट, हम बेस्ट थे, बट नाउ वी आर द बेस्ट। इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू से, क्योंकि अभी हमें कुछ सब प्रश्नों का समाधान करना है। जैसे हम इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम कहेंगे किसको? देयर इज नो ऑपरेशनल डेफिनेशन, देयर इज नो widely accepted definition of what is the Indian knowledge system. What is the time period of knowledge system? क्या हम मध्ययुगीन भारतीय व्यवस्था को नहीं इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम में रखेंगे? क्या अंग्रेजों के आने के बाद हमारा इंडिया ही खत्म हो गया? ऐसा था? ऐसा तो है नहीं, कुछ तो सिस्टम रहा होगा उस समय भी। तो ऑपरेशनली डिफाइन करने की जरूरत है हमें इस कंसेप्ट को और इसके सोर्स को, और इसको पाने के लिए जो हमारी मेथोडोलॉजी होगी उसको। वी आर वर्किंग हियर all over the world. Even people are considering the Indian knowledge and they are researching and patenting also. We are just making a line, making a foundation, but the patent are not ours. So अब समय आ चुका है कि हम जाग जाएं और भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा को पुनः जीवित करें। ज्ञान हमारे पास है, हमारे पास वो टेक्नोलॉजी हम भूल चुके हैं जो कि सबको ऋषि महर्षि देना नहीं चाहते थे। उस टेक्नोलॉजी को जिस दिन हम खोज लेंगे, हम फिर से विश्व गुरु बन जाएंगे। इसी आशा और अपेक्षा के साथ आप सबने मुझे बुलाया उसके लिए धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Dikshit, for your insightful closing remarks. Your words have provided us with a profound perspective on the significance of this session. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to draw the curtains on this enlightening technical session at Ctpdcon-Era 2023, it is my pleasure to invite a prominent among us to express our collective gratitude and appreciation for the valuable insights we have gained today. Professor Tania Gupta, Secretary General CTPT and Organizing Secretary Ctpdcon-Era 2023. Professor Gupta is Dean, School of Education, K.R. Mangalam University, Gurugram, Haryana. She earned her doctorate in education and master in education degree from Punjab University, Chandigarh, India, and is UGC NET education, MA Economics and postgraduate diploma in educational planning and management. During her variegated professional experience of 22 years from school to university level, she has ceaselessly endured demonstrating leadership in creating the best learning environment and fostering a variant organizational culture with robust ethos, professional ethics, teamwork, discipline and safety, creativity and innovation. Her research interests include higher education policy, economics of education, educational reforms, teacher education, and inclusive education. She is Vice Chairperson of CTEF Delhi NCR Chapter, Secretary General CTPT, and a lifetime member and fellow of several professional organizations.
मैम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर खुशबू जी. सर सबसे पहले प्रोफेसर महेश नारायण दीक्षित सर आपको सीटीपीडी की तरफ से, काउंसिल फॉर टीचर्स प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट की तरफ से बहुत बहुत साधुवाद सर कि आपने समय निकाला और पहले आपने हमारी यू हैव एक्सेप्टेड आवर इनविटेशन सर, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत आभार. और आपके विचार भी सुने सर, और साथ ही साथ धन्यवाद मैं देना चाहूंगी डॉक्टर सोनल जी का. शी इज अ वेरी डियर फ्रेंड. थैंक यू डॉक्टर सोनल जी फॉर बीइंग विद अस ऑलवेज. एंड आप दोनों ने ये जो सेशन संभाला है, आप एग्री करेंगे कि पेपर प्रेजेंटेशंस, जैसे अभी महेश जी ने भी कहा कि बहुत ज्यादा जो हमने पेपर प्रेजेंटर्स ने एक व्यू दिया है, वो हमारे ट्रेडिशन, हमारे इंडियन नॉलेज, हमारे ट्रेडिशन, हमारी जो माइथोलॉजी है, हमारे जो ग्रंथ है, और कुछ ऐसे भी पेपर इस सेशन में प्रेजेंट किए गए जो कहीं ना कहीं करिकुलम में इंटीग्रेट करने की जरूरत है. बहुत खुद मुझे बहुत लर्निंग हुई. और इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम अपने आप में एक ऐसा क्षेत्र है कि अभी तो बहुत कुछ जानना है. सर आपका जो एड्रेस था उसका आई एम श्योर जितने भी यहाँ पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं थोड़ा सा बाइलिंगुअल होंगे, क्योंकि कुछ इंग्लिश एंड इंटरनेशनल भी डेलीगेट्स जुड़े हुए हैं इधर. वैसे इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम के सेशन में अंग्रेजी नहीं बोलनी चाहिए मुझे, पर फिर भी you know, dear friends, all the participants who are here, this track is so very important. Our own national education policy, which has come after 34 years, is now actually not really talking much of the Indianization of the things, but it is also just trying to say that how we need to understand our own system as a system which is so relevant in today's time. अगर मैं इस इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम की राइट अप्रोच को समझूं तो इसका प्रयास ये है, the effort is that. And this track in which we've had as esteemed chair Professor Mahesh Narayan ji and as esteemed co-chair Dr. Sonal ji, they have actually tried to concentrate and focus that IKS, Indian Knowledge System, is a living tradition. ये कभी भी, जैसे सर ने कहा कि ये कभी खत्म ही नहीं हुआ, ये कहीं गया ही नहीं. और हम क्या होता है कि जो चीज होती है उसको बार बार रिपीट करके वी कीप रिपीटिंग द सेम थिंग्स एंड वी मेक दैट एज अ माइंडसेट. I really feel that the Indian knowledge systems never really went away. There are many school systems, higher education systems, जिनमें ये कभी गए ही नहीं. Now the effort is that, you know, with so much of material world, इतना ज़्यादा एक commercial material world हो रहा है, इतना insane world हो रहा है. मैं अगर इसको एक शब्द यहाँ use करूँ, इतना insane world हो रहा है, तो कहीं ना कहीं जब आप हार्मनी, पीस, मेंटल वेलबींग की बात करते हैं, और हमेशा हमारा करिकुलम बहुत आउटवर्ड देखता है कि बाहर से ये सारी चीजें आई. द एफर्ट इज ओनली to just understand that all that is there in the world has its roots and its origins from this wonderful motherland, Bharat. So the idea is just that. And thank you so much, sir. बहुत बहुत आपका आभार सर कि आप सेशन में जुड़े रहे. और सोनल जी, आपका भी बहुत बहुत आभार. यहाँ आभार देना चाहूंगी डॉक्टर जुगनू जी का, जो इस ट्रैक को कन्वीन कर रही हैं, और साथ में डॉक्टर रीना उन्याल तिवारी जी का, जो इसको को कन्वीन कर रहे हैं. और ये प्लेनरी सर, जैसे आपको पता है, ये 4 जगह चल रहा है इस समय पे, सभी जगह ये अलग से चल रही हैं इसके सेशंस, और बहुत ही बेहतरीन पेपर प्रेजेंटेशंस हो रही हैं IKS के अंदर. और खास तौर से विशिष्ट रूप से आभार डॉक्टर खुशबू जी आपका कि आपने सेशन को, इसका संचालन बहुत अच्छे से किया. थैंक यू सो मच फ्रॉम द बॉटम ऑफ माय हार्ट, बीइंग अ CTPD Life member and your own distinctiveness as being a faculty at Ctpdcon-Era Institute, which is our knowledge partner, our institutional partner for this organization. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. आप सबसे ज्यादा शायद रिगार्ड करेंगी क्योंकि आपने इसका संचालन किया. And to all the very dear colleagues, friends, all of you who have presented your views here, and to all the other participants who are in this session, my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of entire organizing team of this 2 days virtual international conference. Thank you so much, and बहुत बहुत आभार एक बार और सर, आप सबका और मैम आपका. Thank you.
Ma'am, we have with us Nilofer ma'am, and she is saying कि आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं.
हाँ जी, and you will be very happy, प्रोफेसर महेश जी एंड सोनल जी. मैं जिन भी सेशंस में जा रही हूँ, कल एक पूरा और दिन है कॉन्फ्रेंस का, एंड आज हमने सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात कर ली, IKS की करी, कल हम डिजिटल एजुकेशन की बात करेंगे और इक्विटी इंक्लूजन. आप आमंत्रित हैं कि आप किसी भी सेशन में हमारे साथ जुड़ें. जैसे हमारे साथ डॉक्टर निलोफर जी जुड़ी हुई हैं. She is the guest of honor tomorrow in the valedictory session, and she speaks Hindi. I mean, you know, when we interacted with her, Nilofer ji, are you there?
She's on the, yes, she's in on
She's
the
from
screen.
Uzbekistan, and you know, when we approached, Dr. Sanjay ji approached her. So she was so loving enough to say कि मैं हिंदी में कल बोलूं वैलिडिटरी में. So nothing can be better than that. And Nilofer ji, thank you so much. You since morning, you know, from inaugural, you are into our sessions. It is an honor. Thank you so much. So
आपको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और शुभकामनाएं, क्योंकि कल मुझे वैलिडिटरी में तो बोलना है, इसीलिए सुबह से लेकर अभी तक मैं आपके साथ हूँ और सब लेक्चर सुन रही हूँ. मुझे बड़ी खुशी हो रही है क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ उज़्बेकिस्तान में भी भारत और उज़्बेकिस्तान के बीच जो संबंध है, और खास तौर पर एजुकेशन को लेकर, तो यहाँ पर बहुत कुछ चालू हुआ है. और इंडोलॉजी यहाँ पर 77 ईयर्स से चल रहा है, तो इसी को लेकर हम कुछ बोलेंगे कल.
we will wait. We will wait.
We are waiting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Can I leave now?
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
I request all the participants to please fill the feedback form. Kindly fill the feedback form before leaving. Please meeting छोड़ने से पहले आप feedback form को fill